The sound of gunfire rattles in the distance, each bullet seemingly moving in slow motion, unforgivingly to its target. A grenade soars through the air, landing with a mighty explosion. A comrade in arms lays defeated on the battleground. There's only fear. Fear and death. Eyes open, panic engulfing the mind. A war cry bellows out from his mouth as he throws the sheets from his sweat-soaked body, followed by a heavy sob. Months have passed, maybe even years since his return from the fight, but nightly terrors swarm within him, something he cannot shake. For some, the nightmares never leave. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a psychiatric disorder that occurs following the experience or witnessing of a life-threatening event such as military combat, natural disasters, terrorist incidents, serious accidents, or physical or sexual assault. Symptoms vary, but commonly rest within these parameters. Some may hear noises or see something that triggers an intense memory or flashback, which in turn would cause the same emotion to float to the surface as if it were fresh. Many will retreat into isolation where they cannot connect with their emotions and they become numb. Oftentimes, victims will lose interest in the things that used to bring joy, or they lose sight of life goals out of helplessness. Many of those who suffer with the disorder remain in a high alert state, constantly scanning the area for danger. They may have trouble sleeping, outbursts of anger, difficulty concentrating, or startling easily. In turn, those with PTSD can develop mild to severe anxiety disorders, depression, or in some cases, even substance abuse. More than 350,000 Iraq and Afghanistan veterans have gone to the Veterans Association with hopes of retrieving a service dog specifically designated for PTSD alongside countless other soldiers in need. However, since the year of 2010, the VA dropped all funding for purely emotionally inhibited citizens and only allowed for veterans to receive dogs for physical ailments. They are currently running a study on the matter to see if service animals really can help in this area. But until they have their convincing facts, instead, the VA is only willing to fund for therapy and other proven techniques of healing those with PTSD. Their belief is that PTSD dogs do not actually prompt improvements in the veteran, but instead may enable bad behaviors. These dogs are trained for each specific individual's needs. They are able to lower heart rates in startling situations or when anxiety attacks arise, scan the environment to make sure it's safe, wake their person up from a nightmare, stop their person from inflicting physical harm, remind their person to take medication, and much, much more. The fact of the matter is that these dogs are a doorway to giving back the life of the veteran. Simple outings that were seemingly impossible become realistic yet again. If the VA makes their conclusion in 2018 like they've mentioned, and they decide to allow funding to return to PTSD dogs, there is going to be a desperate need for trained dogs flooding the community surrounding us. This means that there is going to be a great need for skilled professional trainers. Currently, there is a handful of skilled nonprofit organizations scattered amongst the U.S., though they are each individually owned and supported purely by donations. With the VA's help, there will be an opportunity for more animal trainers to join into the community and help supply these living creatures to those who need them. With 350,000 hurting, sorrowful veterans diagnosed with PTSD and numerous more undiagnosed, the need is exponentially more substantial than we can realize. Hi, my name is Jenna Com, and I have an immense passion for dogs and humans alike, especially for those who are hurting. My life goal is to rescue dogs who are tossed aside, train them for our veterans, and watch how they impact each other's lives in a miraculous way. I firmly believe that everyone and everything deserves a second chance. Nobody deserves to be alone, and nobody deserves to be hurting. Those dogs who have been abandoned are so full of love to give, and our veterans are in need of that special quality of unconditional, understanding love that other people may not necessarily be able to give. Yes, these dogs can do great things to make our vets more comfortable in life, but ultimately, they provide a friend, one that can be trusted through anything. I have been training dogs since 2014, and I am getting ready to take a huge step in my adventure. This August, I will be packing up and moving my life to California. There, I will be interning with a highly regarded and beloved group of dog trainers in order to further my education and take a large stride to becoming a certified, experienced service dog trainer. As you likely know, it isn't cheap to live in the state of California. That's why I'm asking for your support with this GoFundMe campaign. While I will have a minimal starting salary with the community I will be joining and some support from the world's best parents, I am still in need of additional funds to make my dream a reality. If you know a military veteran who would benefit from having a service dog, or if you have yourself experienced the emotional benefits of owning your own dog, you'll understand why it's essential that dog trainers qualified for this particularly niched area of skill and expertise be available. Your donation of any amount will help provide me with the training required to make sure service dogs are made ready to be potentially life-saving, if not life-changing, companions for our brave men and women who have served in the U.S. military. Please be generous in helping me reach the goal of this campaign. I'd like to thank you in advance for your gracious support.